Hey guys, it's Jane Hamill from Fashion Brain, and today I am coming at you from cross-country skiing. I mean, seriously, look at this place. This is insane. I'm here. Can you guess where I am? I don't know if anyone's listening yet, but can you guess where I am? I'll tell you at the end of the video. All right, so I'm making this video to talk about what can you stop doing in your business. What is it? Yeah, I'm gonna keep skiing because I gotta go pick up the kids. This is the 30-day video challenge, guys. You're getting the raw stuff. So tell me where you're from. What are you up to? What do you make? Let me know. And I'm gonna talk about what can you stop doing in your business. I know that you're busy. And I know that there are probably times you feel totally overwhelmed by everything there is to do. And I know that you're doing too much. How do I know? Because I was you. I had a clothing line for over 14 years. I get it. So here's what I want to talk about. There are things that you're doing right now that could easily be outsourced. Hi, Stacy. How you doing, girl? Easily be outsourced. So I want you to start thinking about everything that you do in a day, in a week, in a month, in an hour. And think about what are the things in my business that I need to be the person who does it. What are the things that only I can really do? So things that would fall in that category might be, I'm the only one who can design the line. I'm the only one who could source most of the fabrics. I'm the only one who can be in charge of the marketing activity. That kind of thing, right? I have to set the tone for the marketing. Things like, I'm the one who picks up and drops off at the factory, probably don't need to be you. Things like you being the email marketing genius, right? But you don't maybe have to be the person who lays it out and gets the template ready and gets the pictures all looking great. You could have that outsourced. Things like videos, right? You're making a video. Do you need to be the one who's editing it? Frankly, do the videos even need to be edited? I barely ever edit mine, and there's a reason for that. I'm lazy and I don't want to spend time, right? Which is why I love live videos, because you can get away with a lot more. Hi, Vicky. Stacy, you're selling clothing, natural body products, candles, and handbags. Girl, you are busy. You don't manufacture all these yourself, do you? Vicky, yeah, I know. It's cold, but when you're cross-country skiing, you're not feeling it. And I'm so inspired by the Olympics that it's all good. But here's what I want you to think about. What is it that you love doing in your business? What is it that you hate doing? And the reason I came up with this topic when I started, it just came to me and I started thinking about you guys when I hit the, I'm going to say slopes, but if you could see where I am, you would laugh. Because look at my friend. You see the doggy? Hi. Someone's on the path here. Oh my God, no leash, but he's a nice doggy. Great dog.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm in your way here.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, look at you, snow boots, or snowshoes.
Yeah.
Rock on. Have fun. I don't know what you can see, guys. Sorry that you can't see that, but cool dog. Anyway, so I used to hate winter. I mean, I can't even tell you how much I hated it. I would seriously become probably clinically depressed thinking about winter and how much I hated it. And then one year I realized, I can't outsource winter. I wasn't in a position where I could move right then, or I wasn't in a position to move, or I didn't want to move, or whatever, right? So I decided I had to reframe winter. And so I went out and I used to cross-country ski when I was a kid, because I grew up for part of my life in Minnesota, and we had a golf course nearby, and we used to go skiing like almost every day, and I loved it. And I was like, why haven't I cross-country skied in 20 years? So I freaking went out and bought a pair of used beautiful cross-country skis. I don't know what you can see, but anyway, I haven't even cared for them once in 10 years, but 10 years ago is when I got them, and I started to reframe the way I thought about winter. And all of a sudden, I looked forward to it. Like, it was crazy. And when it would start to snow, or I'd see snow in the forecast, instead of being like, oh God, my commute's gonna be so long or whatever, I would be like, yes, I can go cross-country skiing. And I'm not picky. I'm not picky at all. Like right now, I'm in Chicago, and I'm like a block away from the Jewel here by my house. Like, this is the grocery store. This is not exactly skiing in Vail or anything, right? So the point I'm trying to make is, what can you stop doing in your business? Why do you have to be the one who does all the Photoshop? Why can't you get someone on Fiverr.com, Fiverr, to be the person who, takes the background out of your images? Why can't you get someone on Fiverr to do your social media images for you instead of you spending all your time doing that. What can you outsource? What can you get rid of on your list, guys? Because I know you don't have to be the person who's doing most of what you're doing. Now, like things like product descriptions, uploading things to your site, getting your line sheets together, none of that has to be you. What is your genius work? What is the thing that you do that makes you money? Selling, right? Selling and designing. That's about it. Marketing too, but I guess I'm putting that in this instance in the category of selling. So I want you to consider right now, today, what can you outsource? What can you delegate, hand off, or simply it doesn't need to get done? Maybe you don't need to be on 5 different social media platforms. Just dominate Instagram and Pinterest, and those are your 2, whatever, right? So what can you not do? That is going to be your new motto when you wake up in the morning. So type it in. Who's here? What can you not do? What is it? Look, I don't know how to get rid of this yet, but I know I cannot be the person who, I don't know, let's say, even if you're selling on Etsy and you have to re-upload things all the time, what can you not do? Lori, how are you? Lori says, honestly, some of the best decisions I've ever made were to stop doing something good. I'm telling you, what can you stop doing? So I couldn't stop having winter come, but I created it so I ended up liking it by learning how to cross country ski and getting back into it, and by being very flexible. Like, I'm really happy to just go to the park, over the river near my house and go around in 3 circles. Like, I don't need anything fancy, right? So what is it that you're doing that you shouldn't really be doing? The schlepping, you maybe if you do any handwork or beadwork, you think you're the only one that can do it. Not true. You're the only one who knows how to sew these finishes. Not true. I cannot tell you how many clients and students of mine we've worked on what tasks they could get rid of and just keep the ones that they're really, really good at and the ones that actually make money. So tell me now, Lori's the only one who's told me at this moment, what can you not do? Maybe you don't know how to get rid of this task, but you probably shouldn't be doing it. What is it? Social media uploads, packaging, still thinking LOL. Packaging, like packing and shipping orders. Oh my God, totally get rid of that. You could get a high school student or somebody in, and you could tell people on your list you ship on Tuesdays and Fridays. And that's it, right? And so you're shipping twice a week. You have someone in for 3-4 hours a day after school. You're done. How much is that going to cost? And think of how much you could make if you focused that time that you were spending on packaging or packing and shipping, if you focus on marketing and building your email list and selling, okay? What else? What can you stop doing right now? Love it. Stacey, seriously. I mean, if you can't make an extra 40 or 50 bucks a week, if you're shipping that much, right? Which means you're getting orders. If you couldn't take that time and make enough to not only pay that person, but at the moment, my goal would just be to pay that person. And then you work on the things that will actually bring in money. Sorry. I don't know how to hold it without my fingers freezing off. You work on things that'll actually make you money, and it'll be a win-win, okay? I mean, I can't tell you enough. I have another client. She started having all of her customer service being done by somebody else through Zendesk, Zendesk. I want to say she started with $11 a month. $11 a month. And what you do with them is you simply write up the typical common questions that you get and the answers. Okay, and so if somebody asks, can I get this in a bigger size? Here's what you say. If somebody asks this, here's what you say. So yes, there is a little bit of pain and suffering to get all that going because you probably have that in your head, but you are never going to grow your business if you insist on doing everything. If you don't put some of these systems in place, you cannot scale your business. You cannot make more money. All right, so is it really worth it for you to be the person who does all of the customer service because you don't want to set up a manual? Right? Like when you think about it, you're like, well, no, not really. It might be painful the first 2-3 weeks, but then I'm going to be like, whoa, what should I do with these other 7 hours a week that I have now to focus on getting more sales in the door? All right, so that is the lesson. Every single day, I want you to tape this up and stick it up on your wall. What can I not do? What can I wake up today and not do? Well, you know what? I don't need to be the one who responds to these 7 emails. Boom. Let me see if I can find someone on Upwork.com who could work, 10 hours customer service a week, or Zendesk. Let me see what tasks I could outsource for photoshopping or, resizing photos, all of that stuff that takes so much time. And yes, you can do it, but why, right? when you look at the cost benefit analysis, you sewing your own stuff to save the money doesn't make a lot of sense. It just doesn't, okay? Katina, can give up editing and sewing. Yes. So what is your first step? I'm going to put your feet to the fire here, my dear. What's your first step? Can give up editing and sewing. So editing, would that be a job that you could outsource via Upwork? A college student? Fiverr.com? Fiverr.com? Sewing, you know what to do there, right? You know how to give that up? Or do you want some tips? You can find a small factory. You can look on Craigslist for a sewer. Start asking everyone you know for a sewer. I'll tell you, the way I found the sewer for my, sorry, I gotta switch because my hands are freezing off. The way I found a sewer for my blanket line was crazy. Oh! Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, because I had been in business for years with a women's dress collection, women's apparel. And I had great sewers. I had factories that I used for years. But when it was time to do blankets, you know, it took a different skill set, and I didn't need these fancy factories that I had. You know, they weren't sewing silk charmeuse anymore, so I needed different factories. I didn't know where to go, and I had small quantities, and I was like, I don't want to have to start all over finding sewing contractors. I talked to a friend of mine who's like, oh, you know the dry cleaner over here, they're really, really good sewer. She's a really good sewer, good at alterations. And I was like, oh, that's sweet, Julie, my friend Julie. I said, that's sweet. I do need a selfie stick. You're right. Am I going to go skiing with a selfie stick? That would be hysterical. So my friend Julie was like, yeah, she's really good at alterations at this dry cleaners. You should hire her to do your blankets. I was like, girl, I am in business. Like, what are you talking about? But anyway, I was like, oh, I do need a good dry cleaner. So I went there, talked to the woman. Turns out she has had a factory in Korea for 20 years. She was amazing. So they did all my cutting and sewing of the blankets. I know, right? Thumbs up, hearts on that. It was so cool. So even though I poo-pooed the idea because I'm a real businesswoman and I'm not just sewing out of my home, Julie, I took her advice. I went to talk to the lady, and she was boss. And then she has all these other sewers, other Korean people that she knew who had factories and who sewed out of their home and all this stuff. So I got totally hooked up, and it was a very simple, easy way to get my sewing outsourced right away without going to like a real factory. And the cool thing was, when you own a dry cleaner, you're open 7 to 7, 6 days a week, basically. So I could stop in anytime, check up, see what they needed, all that stuff. It worked out great once I opened to my mind to what are the possibilities out there. Okay. All right, Stacy. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. So this is the 30-day Facebook Live challenge. I don't think it's going to kill me. I think it'll be okay. Katina, I never thought of that. I know, right? Like, there's so many things out there. If you just don't think like you have to do it a certain way, like maybe know the rules just so you can get out there and break them. But leave me a message, leave me a comment. Even if you're listening to the recording, I always come back and check messages, comments. Sorry. What can you not do? What can you outsource? And what's your very first step to doing it? Okay. All right. Take care. 30 days of Facebook Lives. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to do a Motivation Monday. It'll be around 8:15, 8:30 Central Time. Okay. So tune back in, set up that you get, notifications for these. And the weekend was pretty casual, but tomorrow I'll probably get it a little more into like the teaching and stuff. Okay. Take care, guys, and thank you so much. If you enjoyed this, please share it. Spread the love. I'm looking forward to 30 days of Facebook Lives, but I'm also a little bit terrified. So share it. Let people know I'm going to be here. So more people come, more people comment. It's way more fun when I'm not just sitting here talking to the screen and I see you guys on there. All right. Thumbs up. Thanks for listening. Thank you so much. Have a great day.